Jasmine's Crochet Creations, and for today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to crochet this cute little Easter bunny keychain with a little Easter egg on the back there. Isn't that just so cute? So yeah, I thought this would be adorable to do for Easter. Yeah, this is my first time doing an Easter related keychain. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoy learning how to crochet this cute little Easter egg head, as well as the little Easter egg itself. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy learning how to crochet this little bunny with me today. Yeah, I thought it came out quite cute. It's like really cute. It literally came out exactly as I pictured. So yeah, I hope you would come along with me and crochet this cute little bunny and egg with me for today's tutorial. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so for the materials, this is what we'll be using. For the bunny head and ears, I'll be using white, 100% acrylic, 100 grams. It is 233 meters or 256 yards. It recommends a 4mm crochet hook, and we'll be using the color white for the head. And for the head of the bunny, you'll also be needing some scrap black just to make the mouth, or to embroider the mouth on. And then for the Easter egg, I'll be using these colors. So it's the same yarn, same weight, same everything. I just have this blue here. I'm actually not quite sure what the name of this blue is called for some reason, and I can't remember what the name of this blue is. I think it's called Sax blue. And then we have bright yellow, and then we have crocus, which is this like nice little purple color. Okay, and with that I'll be using a 2mm crochet hook. This is just to get my stitches nice and tight and small. So I'll be using a 2mm crochet hook. With that, you'll also be needing a pair of scissors, a stitch marker, a tapestry needle, You'll also be needing some jewelry pliers, a keychain, and plus 2 jump rings, because we will have the bunny and then also the little Easter egg. Okay, and with that I'll also be using some safety eyes, and I have 12mm safety eyes here, and with their corresponding backs. Okay, and with that you'll also be needing some stuffing to stuff the egg and the Easter bunny head. And then I've also got here some eyeshadow, not some eyeshadow, sorry, some blush, and a little makeup brush here, whatever you want to call it, just so we can add some blush onto the bunny. So yeah, that is it for the materials. Let's get started. Okay, so to get started, you just want to grab your white yarn. Okay, you just want to grab your white yarn. Okay, so now to get started, we are going to make a magic ring. So to make a magic ring, you're going to take your yarn, you're going to take your tail end and your working yarn, you're going to wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers once, twice, and then the third time you're going to cross over to form an X. Then you're going to insert your hook underneath those first 2 loops, pick up that second loop, and then you're going to chain 1 to secure your magic ring. Then you can pull it off of your fingers, and then to get started we're going to place 9 single crochets into the magic ring here. So to do a single crochet, you're going to insert, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 again. And again you're going to insert, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 4, insert, yarn over, pull through 5, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now we have 9 single crochets, and again you can count by looking at those V's there, you can kind of see like little V's, and each of those V's is the top of the stitch. Okay, so I have 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we're going to close up this magic ring. So you're going to take your tail end and you're going to pull on your tail end, and you'll see one loop being pulled in. So that loop that got pulled in, you're going to take that and pull it down towards you, and then you'll see that other loop disappear. And then to get rid of this big loop, you're going to take your tail end and pull on your tail end. Okay, and then you're going to find your first single crochet, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in there. And we're essentially going to do an increase into each stitch around. So by the end of the first round, you should have a total of 9 single crochet stitches. Okay, so for this next round, we're going to place an increase into each stitch around, and an increase is just 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Sorry, an increase is placing 2 single crochets into each stitch around until the beginning, and a stitch count should have gone up from 9 up until 18 by the end of the second round. And again, you're just going to go around placing an increase into each stitch around. Okay, and then we're going to remove our stitch marker, and for the third round we're going to place 1 single crochet, oopsie, 1 single crochet, and then an increase, 1 single crochet, and then an increase, 1 single crochet, and then an increase, and you will repeat this all the way around, and your stitch count should have gone up from 18 up to 27 by the end of this next round. Okay, and I'm doing my last increase now. Okay, and this is what it should be looking like now. So for the next 5 rounds, we are just going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around for the next 5 rounds. And your stitch count should remain the same as 27 stitches. So you can continue going around placing 1 single crochet into each stitch around, no increases and no decreases, just 1 single crochet into each stitch around for the next 5 rounds, or until you have a total of 8 rounds from the first round to the last round. Okay, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, so now I've come back and I've completed a total of 8 rounds of just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and you should have a total of 11 rounds by the end of this. So if we count, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rounds. Okay, so now it's time to insert our safety eyes. So you can take out your yarn, or your hook, sorry, and you're gonna have your work where your stitch markers towards you, and you're gonna take your safety eyes, and from the first round you're gonna count down 5 rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna place the safety eye in. Okay, and then we're going to count 6 stitches. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to count 8 stitches. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then in that next stitch you're going to place your stitch marker into that next stitch. So you're going to place your safety eye into that next stitch, like that. Okay, and then later we will embroider the little nose. Actually, I think we should actually do 6 stitches in between, so I'm just going to move this over. Now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to move this one over. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so now we have our safety R's in the 5th round with 6 stitches in between. Okay, so now we can insert the little plastic washers on the back. Okay. So now that our safety R's are in, we can now close up the head of the bunny. So to do that, we are now going to start decreasing. Okay, so moving on to the 12th round, we're going to remove our stitch marker. We're going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then we are now going to decrease. So you're going to decrease the next 2 stitches together. Okay, so you're going to find the front loop of the next stitch. Okay, so the front loop is the loop closest to you. So remember we spoke about that V when we were counting our stitches. So the front loop is the loop closest to you of that V of the stitch. Okay, so you're going to go into the front loop of that first stitch, then you're going to twist your hook down and insert your hook into the front loop of that next stitch like that. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Then you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 to finish off your single crochet as normal. And again, it's 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then decrease the next 2. So you're going to find the front loop of that next stitch. Then you're going to twist your hook down and pick up the front loop of that next stitch. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through those 2. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops to finish off your single crochet. And you will just repeat that all the way around until you get back to the beginning, and your stitch count should have gone down from 27 back down to 18 by the end of this round. Okay, so now I've done my last decrease, and now moving on to the next round. We're going to remove our stitch marker, and now we're going to decrease. And now we're going to decrease into each stitch around. Okay, so you're going to find the front loops of those next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2 to do your single crochet. And you'll just repeat this all the way around, just doing a decrease. Okay. So you're just going to do a decrease into each stitch around. Okay, and your stitch count should go down from 18 to 9 stitches by the end of this last round. Okay, and now we are ready to stuff. After decreasing all the way around, we are now ready to stuff up our little bunny head. Yeah, so you can grab your stuffing and your blunt pair of scissors. I don't actually know if I mentioned this in the materials. I know I had it there, but I can't remember if I mentioned it. But yeah, the blunt pair of scissors is just to push our stuffing down into the head. So I'm just going to put some stuffing there, grab my scissors, and just stuff this real quickly. Okay, I think that is enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're now going to end off. So you can just pull out your stitch marker, slip stitch into the next stitch. Try not to grab any of your stuffing. Gonna slip stitch and then leave a bit of a tail for sewing. Pull up and through, and now we need to close up this hole. So in order to do that, you're just going to grab your tapestry needle, thread up your darning needle, and then we are now going to essentially do a big decrease, or like a big black magic ring per se, more like a big decrease. So you're going to go in through the front loops of each stitch. So you're going to go through the front loop of each stitch. Okay. And then once you're finished with that, you can just take your tail end. Make sure all of that stuffing is inside. You don't want to catch any of that stuffing. And then just pull tight. Like that. Okay, just pull tight, and then I like to just thread my needle in through the stitch, and then I'm going to come out just by the eye over here. Okay, so I'm just going to just sew this hole closed a little bit more. Okay, so again I'm just going to sew up to the eye. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to the next stitch of the eye, and then I'm going to come out through the other side. I'm going to come out. Yes, I'm going to insert my needle in through there, through the opposite side of the eye, and I'm going to make sure that the thread goes underneath that safety eye, and then I'm going to pull tight. Okay, I'm going to pull tight a little bit there. Yeah, so now we've got like a little dimple in the eye. Yeah, so now I'm going to repeat the same for this side. So now I'm going to come out just next to that eye there, and then I'm going to come out. I'm going to insert my needle into the next stitch next to the eye, come out somewhere else, pull on that, make sure it goes behind the eye, there we go, make sure it goes behind the eye, and then just pull that out. There we go. Okay, so you just want to pull that tight. Now you can see his eyes have been pulled in there, and then you just want to sew in your tail end, and by doing that you're just going to insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else on the head, and yeah, you're just going to repeat that a few times. Okay, again, you're going to insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. And yeah, you're just going to repeat that a few times until you're happy with that. Okay, so now we can end off. You can snip your yarn. Okay, so now that's the actual head part of it done. We just need to do the ears. So you can put your head aside. You can put your head aside. You can grab your white yarn. And then again, we're going to make a magic ring. So you're going to take your yarn. You're going to wrap around your two fingers once, twice, and then the third time you're going to cross over to form an X. Then you're going to insert your hook underneath the two front loops, pick up your second loop. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through to do a chain 1 to secure your magic ring. And then we're just going to place 6 single crochets into the magic ring. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Then we're going to close up this magic ring. So again, you're going to take your tail end, pull on your tail end, and whichever loop gets pulled in, you're going to take that loop and you're going to pull it down towards you, and that other loop will disappear. Then you're going to take your tail end and you're going to pull on that nice and tight. Okay, and again, by the end of the first round, you should have 6 single crochets. Then you're going to find your first single crochet, and then we're just going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around for the next 8 or 10 rounds. Okay, so we're just going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around, and your stitch count should remain the same as 6 stitches. Okay, so you can do as many rows as you need to for the ears. I'm kind of making this up as I go. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go with 8 rows of single crochet with no increases or decreases, just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, or just 6 single crochets. Yeah, so you can go off and you can complete that, and yeah, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, so you can go off and you can do 8 rows. 8 rows of just single crochet in each stitch around. Then I'll come back and show you what to do from there. Okay, so now I'm back and I've done a total of 8 rounds of just no increases or decreases, just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and this is what it should be looking like. So now I'm just going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So find your next stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, then pull that loop through the second loop on your hook to do a slip stitch. Yeah, and then you can end off, so you can leave a little bit of a tail and snip off your yarn, pull up and through, and I'm just gonna push my tail end in here. Okay, and then I'm also just gonna stuff this slightly. Oopsie, my head's on the loose. Okay, so just gonna lightly stuff this. Okay, maybe just a little bit more on the end here. Okay, so that is what the ear will essentially look like. So you can go off and you can make your second one like this, and then I'll come back and show you what to do from there. Okay, so now I'm back and I've done the 2 ears, and now it's time to sew them on. So you can grab your tapestry needle, and you can thread up one of the ears onto your darning needle. Okay, and then you just want to grab your bunny, and then we're just going to sew the ears on, kind of like roughly in that position there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the head like that, and then I'm going to come up into the ear. I'm going to go into a stitch and then out the next stitch like that on the ear, and then I'm just going to repeat that around, go into the head, go into a stitch of the head, and then out through another stitch, go up into the ear, go into a stitch of the ear and out the other side, and then again go into the stitch of the head and out on, and go into the stitch on the head and then out of the next stitch, and then again sew into one stitch of the ear and out the next stitch on the ear. Okay, and then again in through a stitch on the head and out on the next stitch. Okay, and you'll just repeat that around until you're happy with how the ear is sewn on, and then you can just weave in your tail end. Okay, so you can just weave in your tail end by just inserting your needle into a stitch you came out of and then out somewhere else. Okay, and then insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. Okay, and again insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and come out somewhere else. Insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. Insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. Okay, and just repeat that a handful of times until you're happy with that. Okay, and then you will just repeat that for the other ear. Okay, so you can grab your other ear, thread up your tapestry needle, okay, thread up your darning needle, and then again we're just going to sew on the ear kind of to the opposite side like that. Okay, just trying to see where's the best spot here, so maybe like there, I think. Okay, so again go in a stitch on the head and out on the next stitch. Insert your needle into the next stitch on the ear and out the other side. Insert your needle into the next stitch on the head and out in the next stitch. Insert your needle into the next stitch on the ear and out on the other side of that stitch. Okay, and again insert your needle into the next stitch on the head and out on the other side of that stitch. Okay. Again, insert your needle into that next stitch on the head. sorry, into the next stitch of the ear, and then into the next stitch of the head. Okay, so now that's the head basically done. I'm just going to finish weaving in my tail ends. The last thing that we need to do is just embroider on the little nosy, or the little mouth, whatever you want to call it, and just add the blush, and then the head is done, and then we just need to do the egg. And the egg won't take much longer either. It'll be a very small egg. Okay, and then once you're happy with that, then you can grab your scissors, snip off your tail end. Okay, and there's a little head, the bunny head. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? Okay, so you just want to grab your black. Okay, you just need a little bit of black. Okay, you don't need a lot, just a very little bit. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm just going to insert my needle from the back to the front here, and I'm just going to come out in between the R's, like maybe like a stitch over from the one side, and then I'm just going to stitch across. Okay, and then I'm just going to, so I had sewn across, so I'd sewn like 2 stitches over and come out through the same side. Okay, and then you just want to do this a few times. Okay, and then I'm going to now come, so I'm going to sew it back down to the other side of that stitch, and I'm going to come out in that middle, in the middle of like the nose there, and then I'm going to come down, like 2 rows below. Okay, so I'm just going to weave this in a few times. Or you can just tie these 2 tail ends in a knot. Okay, so you can just tie these into a knot. And then cut your tail ends short, and then just get your crochet hook and just pull this in to the crochet work. Okay, so that's the head done. Now the only thing left to do is just to add our blush. Okay, so let's add our blush. So you can grab your blush, wrong way, and then you can get your little brush. Okay, and then we're just going to lightly just put some blush . Okay, you can just grab some blush. Okay, and then just put some blush on. You can even use your finger to smudge it in. Okay, I think I'm just going to get a little bit more over here. Okay, And there's the blush on our bunny. Okay, so now we can put our jump ring on here, or our keychain, and then we can get started with the egg. So you can grab your pliers and one of the jump rings, because remember we got two, and then you just want to take that jump ring, and then you just want to insert it into the center here. Okay, there we go. And then just place your keychain on. Okay, and there's our little bunny keychain. If you want, you could just leave it like this. You don't even have to do the little egg. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do the little eggy. So you can put your little bunny aside. And then you can grab your blue yarn. Okay. And we're going to start off by placing 6 single crochets into a magic ring. Okay, so I've made my magic ring, and now I'm just going to place 6 single crochets. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then again, we're going to close up our magic ring. So take your tail end, pull on that nice and tight, and then that one loop that got pulled in a bit, you're going to take that loop and pull it down towards you, and then that other loop will disappear. Take your tail end, pull that tight to get rid of the other one. And then moving on to the next round, we're just going to place an increase into each stitch around. Okay, and then grab your stitch marker. Oopsie. So grab your stitch marker, place it into that first stitch of the 2 increases, and then for this next round, we're just going to place an increase into each stitch around. Okay, and your stitch count by the end of the second round should have gone up from 6 up to 12 by the end of this round. Okay, and then again, you're going to remove your stitch marker, and going on to the third round, we're going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And then we're going to do an increase into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then an increase, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then an increase. And your stitch count by the end of this third round should have gone up from 12 up to 18 by the end of this round. Okay. And then at the end of this round, we are now going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch around for the next 2 rounds. And then we'll color change to one of the other colors. Okay, so you're just going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch around for the next 2 rounds, and your stitch count should remain the same as 18. Okay, so just for the next 2 rounds until you have a total of 5 rounds. Okay, so you can go off and do that, and then I'll come back and show you what to do for the next round. Okay, so again, 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch around, no increases and no decreases, and your stitch count should remain the same as 18. Okay, so now I've made it back around to the beginning, and I'm just going to remove my stitch marker, and now we're going to color change. So we're going to insert, and then we're going to drop our blue yarn, and then we can get our next color, whichever color you want. I think I'm going to go with yellow here. Okay, so I've got my yellow, and then I'm just going to place my yellow over my hook, and I'm just going to yarn over, pull through, and then pull the yellow through that blue loop on my hook there, and then I'm just going to chain 1 to secure, and then I'm just going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around. So you get back around to the beginning, and your stitch count should remain the same as 18 stitches. Yeah, now that we're back around at the beginning, we are going to color change again. So you're going to slip stitch, but you're going to color change back to blue. So you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch. You're going to yarn over the blue, pull through, and then pull that blue through that yellow loop there. And then you're going to chain 1, and then do 1 single crochet into each stitch around. In the blue. Yeah, and I'm going to color change back. So now I'm going to color change to purple. So I'm going to slip stitch into my first stitch, and then in my chain 1 I'm going to color change to purple. Okay, so I've got my purple, and I'm just going to do a chain 1, and then I'm just going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around again, and your stitch count should remain the same as 18 stitches. So of course you can do your Easter egg in whatever colors you want. I'm just doing it in this combination. Yeah, after this round we are going to start decreasing so we can get the shape of our Easter egg that we need. Okay, and then I'm just going to repeat this pattern basically in the color scheme. And then again I'm going to slip stitch, and then in my chain 1 I'm going to color change back to blue. Okay, now we're going to do our decrease. So now in order to decrease and to get that like egg shape that we need, we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, into the first 2, so that's 1, 2, and then we'll do a decrease over the next 2 stitches. So again, going into those front loops only, 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then a decrease, 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then a decrease, 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then a decrease, and then 1 single crochet into the next 2. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to color change to yellow. Yeah, so you're going to color change to yellow. And then you're going to place 1 single crochet into that first stitch, and then a decrease into the next stitch. Sorry. Okay, and then you're going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, and then again you're going to slip stitch to the next stitch, and then we're going to color change and now chain 1. Okay, and then we're going to color change back to blue, and then we're going to do a decrease, so 1 single crochet. So we're going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease, and then a 1 single crochet and then a decrease, and repeat that all the way around. Okay, our little egg is starting to take shape now. Okay, so you're going to decrease and then 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then a decrease, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then a decrease. Okay, well, I can't actually decrease here, so I'm just going to place 1 single crochet into that next stitch. Okay, but it's slowly taking shape of an egg now. Okay, and then you're going to slip stitch to the first stitch, and then in your what would you call it, in your chain 1 you're going to color change, and now we are just going to do a decrease into each stitch around. Actually, I think we should just end off on the blue. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna so now slip stitch, and now I'm just gonna chain 1 in the blue, and then I'm just gonna decrease all the way around in the blue now, and we're gonna start closing up our little Easter egg now. Okay. Okay, and then you can slip stitch to the first stitch, and then we can end off. So you can grab your scissors and you're going to snip off the blue, leaving a long tail, and then you can just snip off the yellow and the purple, and you can just pull up and out, and then you can grab your scissors and then you can just push in the yellow and the purple yarn into there. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab some stuffing, and I'm now just going to stuff my egg now. Okay, and then once you're happy with the way you've stuffed it, you can now close up the top now, so you can thread up your darning needle, and then again we are just going to thread our needle through the front loops of each stitch around, Okay, and then you're just going to pull that tight, and then you're going to sew it down into the top of that magic ring, or the top of the center of those stitches there. And then you're just going to weave in your tail end like how we've done before. Okay, so you might just want to shape your eggy a little bit. Okay, the top looks a little bit funny, doesn't it? Okay, maybe squish it down a little bit. Okay, I think there needs to be more stuffing on this side. Just going to grab some stuffing and my scissors. I'm just going to try and push it through some of the stitches here. Okay, so now I think that is fine. Okay, so again, you're just going to weave in your tail end like we normally have been. Yeah, it's probably not the best Easter egg out there, but it kind of looks right, sort of. Okay, so again, you're just going to weave in your tail end like we normally have been. Just weave in your tail end through one stitch that you came out of and out another. Okay, there we go. And then you can take your scissors and you can snip off your tail end. Okay. And then you can add your jump ring. So grab your jump ring and your pliers. Okay, and then you just want to insert that jump ring into the stitches at the top of the Easter egg. And then we can just put the Easter egg on the keychain. Yeah, so I'm just going to insert it into that top jump ring by the top of the keychain loop there. Or the split ring, I should say. Yeah, and then there is our little Easter bunny and Easter egg. I mean, it's not the best Easter egg with the color changes and everything. But it's okay. Isn't that just so cute? Isn't that just adorable? Okay guys, so that is it for today's tutorial on how to crochet this cute little Easter bunny keychain with a little adorable egg attached to it. Yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed learning how to crochet this cute little Easter bunny egg. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed learning how to do the Easter egg and the Easter bunny. And yeah, isn't it just so cute? I love the bunny. And the egg actually came out quite nice, like with the whole pattern, the like straps. Yeah, I think it came out okay. Little bit of an oddly shaped for the first egg that I've made before. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, I really hope that this I know is a great Easter egg tutorial, I guess, or Easter related tutorial. So my first one doing an Easter tutorial or an Easter related tutorial. So yeah, I really hope that you managed to follow along. And yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really does help out my channel. And don't forget to follow us on our socials. under Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And yeah, don't forget to share your makes with us as well at Tasman's Crochet Creations. And yeah, I think that is it for today's tutorial. Please don't forget to check out my other channel called Tassie Jade Designs. It is my fashion related channel. I haven't posted much on the I've been super busy lately with assignments and things like that, and yeah, I really haven't had much time to post stuff on there. But yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. Thank you guys for watching and happy crocheting. Bye guys.